a lot of people gonna die, just like the other wars that pass. You know, a lot of people die in those battles, man. And for reference, to know what's basically gonna happen in this battle that is coming, man, you can look at even Ukraine and see the activities that are going on with that battle there. It give you, you know, an idea what's gonna go down in this third war that is coming. You know, prophetically, there's gonna be a major loser. They're all gonna be losers, but they're gonna be a major loser in that war, and America is gonna be that one that get the shitty end of the stick. You know, and I'm going to some things to show you what really are going to transpire in regards to the US military, man. You know what I mean? The US military is right now is a victim of mockery and those things now because of the woke agenda. You know, now they're bringing in more women, you know, transgender and all them things, and the appeal is no longer, you know, for mighty men. The appeal is appeal to women, you know, and you know, mentally disabled people, man, because we believe that people who believe that, you know, they are not the sex that they were born, you know, is mentally unstable, man. But anyway, I'm just gonna play a video here and then we get down into the scriptures and the meat of the matter. The screen turns side here, but
let's take a look at military recruitment ads for China, Russia, and the United States and do a comparison.
It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms. I also work here in quality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. And after meeting with a hunter recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength.
Let's take a look at military.
you know, and hey man, you can see the contrast, which is basically going on now. That can bring out any precept you have there.
Okay, so you want
Yeah, just give me the sting shot, come on. Yeah, because the thing is, you know, this is a recipe for a lot of dead, you know, people, a lot of dead soldiers, man. You know what I mean? Because the military, you know, is not about basically appealing to one's feelings and all those type of things, man.
Mm-hmm.
War is not like that, man. War is a hardcore masculine thing.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? So this is a recipe for disaster, man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Isaiah 34, I start at verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them, he had delivered them to the slaughter.
Right, so you know, all these transgenders and faggots and, you know, women, you know, the Most High just put them in a perfect trap, man.
Mm-hmm.
To get rid of their asses in a battle, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Deliver them to the slaughter. Yeah, go on.
Their slain also shall be cast out,
Go on.
and their stink shall come up
Right.
out of their carcasses,
Right.
and the mountains shall be melted with their blood,
Go on.
and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Right, that is conclusion of the matter, man, because America need burning, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but, you know, it shows you that a lot of them is going to die, man. You know, the scripture tells that the Lord is going to bring them into a land barren and desolate, where the Most High going to bring that judgment upon them. You know, and when I watch a contrast of what's going on in Russia versus America right now, you know, Russian men, when they check out the Chechen, warriors, you know, check out the farmer Wagner group, you know, them now incorporated into the Russian military. You know, those men are battle hardened men. Not to say the US military don't have battle hardened men, but you know, so much so few. You know? So when these men run up into them Russians men that's hungry for blood right now, you know, what the hell gonna do? You know, right now you have men surrendering on the front, you know, in Ukraine, man. Hardened warriors, man. You know, the Azov the other day refused to fight, man. And the Azov men in Ukraine, they are some of the mightiest men in battle out there, man. Yeah?
Because of this, there's a thing like a moral,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Basically, if you're a man out there, a fight, I have no real motives, yo. Like real valuable motives to fight. You must get orders to go out there and fight. When things start to go against, you know, them start going to losing weight, they might give up because, you know, they don't really have no cause they are dead for, you know?
Yeah.
Like Russia, the man in Russia, them understand why they are fighting. And it's like America is fighting for pride, brother, and fighting for to basically establish themselves as the top nation.
Right.
But you have men will realize that people are trying to take away their rightful rights and they're fighting for that until death and for the generation to come. Most American people in the army, they know why did you join the army? They don't have a clue why they join the army. Or I want to make some money. You know what I mean? They have no real reasons for fighting, for going to war.
Hey, just to back up what the accent here of my video here, just basically saying the same thing.
Motivations be for Gen Z joining the military outside of.
Are you ready to die for abortion? Brother, you committed to spreading the United States of degeneracy.
Because this is what day one looks like now. You thinking,
Well, I saw this TikTok, had to share. You got this young fella, Gen Z, and he's parodying why Gen Z doesn't want to join the military. Some of the points I've heard from you guys in the comments, in the video I did about the guy in Poland trolling the soldiers, if I know what it is, stand by. Let's see if we can dissect it. They have too much
Yeah, they're basically saying in Poland that the US military is a faggot military, man. You know what I mean? And that sentiment is uttered or nice abroad in the whole of Europe and Asia. You know, we can remember, you know, the president of Iran, President Ahmadinejad, he said that, you know, the first time he saw that soldiers cry like babies was them American soldiers in the Gulf War, man. You know, when they come under certain situation, man. Yeah, so war is not for women. War is definitely not for women, man. And men will have that effeminate type of attitude. You know what I mean? That's what they're gonna drop the rifle and run. You know what I mean? Worse, they don't have the motivation as the accent to fight, man. The real motivation, man. Yeah? And that's the reason why they're gonna have a strict drafting campaign. Because man now go on, you know, sign up for go dead for foolishness, man. They're gonna forcefully take it from your houses, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. Send it to the front. You know? Okay. Yeah, you have more precept.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, starting at verse 6. How will he, for the day of the Lord is at hand? It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Right, so you have man basically bugging out, man. You know, the Israeli military, you know, I'm watching a video the other day where them man from over there in Hamas basically set up a camera, you know, set a trap for the Israeli soldiers that was coming by. You know what I mean? And they caught one of the faces of the Israeli soldier, man. You know what I mean? And he was scared shitless, man. He looked confused as hell in the ambush, man. A couple of them friends get shot and him don't know what the hell him gonna do next, man. You know, and then freeze the camera up on him face. You know what I mean? You can see the fear in his face, man. Because them two is a bunch of faggots, man. You see another video online where basically while them crying, telling the family, you say, you know, you're not going to make it, you see? Yeah, war is not a joke, man. It's not for women.
says, they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Can.
They shall be amazed one at another.
Can.
Their faces shall be as flames.
Can. That's what's gonna happen, man. You know? Them soldiers over there in the front line in Ukraine, man, they're witnessing the hell, you know, of what war gonna bring in this time period, man. You know, this is not men go fighting against men with in sandals and AK-47s, man. You know, you have precision weapons and drone and all them things, you know, man. You have grown men crying, begging to say a Ukrainian soldier go down on his knee, praying to a drone the other day. You know, a drone, I call it FPV drone. Them drone with them mortar or whatsoever on it, flying into platoons of soldiers, bombing the hell out of them, you know. Man scared out there. Yeah? So let's say what gonna happen to these effeminate men, man, in this battle, man. You know? You can bring out.
You want Habakkuk 2:16?
Come.
Alright then. Habakkuk chapter 2. It's okay. Habakkuk 2 verse 16. Says Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Come.
Drink thou also and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
And as I said that, man, when I watched another video this morning, you know, see him do here. So we can get back to the, I think it was this one. Talking about, YouTube really
There's this article from 1988.
YouTube really turned a real mess, man.
Take a look at old US military commercials from the 1980s.
Teamwork. For over 200 years, the Marines have met challenges, walked proud, and always as a team. That's why in a world full of uniforms, only one says United States Marine. Maybe you can be one of us. The few, the proud, the Marines.
There were a few proud men of adventure, men of courage, men who knew the meaning of honor. There still are. The few, the proud, the Marines.
I feel the old ads were not necessarily action movie trailers. Instead of worrying about ticking off boxes for diversity, they spoke of the exclusive privilege to be a Marine. They spoke of masculine values like honor, pride, and courage. And that was all it took for many to enlist in the 1980s. Instead of dropping its woke ideology, the US military simply gaslighted American youth. 17 to 24-year-olds, saying how they're unfit for service, overweight, how they suffer from drug and alcohol abuse. That's pure copium. This is the same excuse for the past 40 years. There's this article from 1988 asking if American youth are unfit. And then again in 2006 and again in 2022, the US produces so many athletes from this 17 to 24-year-old cohort, but the country is so unhealthy and fat. Sure, the New York Times believes, with many more jobs available than people to fill them. This is also a factor as rising...
But anyway, for sure, you know, the U.S. military, you know, back in the day, the U.S. military basically was focusing on masculinity, man. You know, I know they're focusing on, I don't know what they're focusing on. You know? Yeah? You know, and you can remember one time when I used to watch a movie, you know, with the U.S. military, you know, them always come out on top, you know. You know what I mean? But this war that is coming, man, it's not a movie, man. It's not a movie. You know what I mean? And they're going to learn that because, see, they never witnessed a conventional type of warfare like it will be in this one, man. Where our army basically is matching the army that you're a part of, man. You know what I mean? So the first, they're going to witness something like this, man.
I appreciate
Yeah?
it already, yeah. That done? I'm
Yeah, well, finish this?
So it's scripture say as before. He said that's why I said because of shame for glory, man. Yeah, because it was glorious then when they speak about the pride of U.S. military and all of that. You know what I mean? It was glorious then.
Right, and that is masculinity.
And that is masculinity. But guess what now? They used to bask in that, but guess what now? It's shameful now because the Russian military men now I say I'll be a faggot then of the US military. You know what I mean? Even though it's not that 100%, but that's the idea out there now. So is a faggot military.
Well, them fight for faggots.
Yeah. No. Finish that.
Alright, let me just finish this.
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2 verse 16 again. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Right, so these mockery you see I come out now, man. You know what I mean? The mockery them you see I come out right now against the United States with the woke agenda. People running them out of them country with them woke agenda and all them something. You know what I mean? A shameful spewing, man. People actually speaking against them. You know what I mean? It's not a good. It's not even a good way. A shameful way, man. Yeah, that's what's going on now.
Isaiah 14 and verse 7. Let's get straight to the point. Right. Let's start from verse 9. He says, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we?
Right.
Art thou become like unto us?"
Right.
It says here that come is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy voice, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Right. Hey, what worms represent, man? Worms represent the process of decomposition where worms break down, the flesh, what was on the body, man. So therefore, just like the precept that I read earlier, you know what I mean? What basically happened to America right now is decaying, man. You know what I mean? In every form of way, whether it want them, with the morals, the military, that show you that is the end. This is the end of this wicked, nation, man. Not just a nation, that's country.
City.
Yeah, the city. This is the end, man. This marks the end, man. You know what I mean? And all them activities that take place and the nations basically raising up, running them out of them country, budding them up, like how Iran basically budding them up on Israel. You know what I mean? That to show you say how the nations are basically say, oh, them money.
One time other nations were fearful of America. They're saying they're making mockery of it.
Yeah, they're no longer fearing the Americans, man. You think other nations are seeing them military videos, man, and what going on in controversy going on with the US military, and say, oh, yet, the money, we're not afraid to fight against them, money. Yeah? Not to say, in the background, you have special ops and some other man where, because you have whole heap of other people got dead from the other military them too.
I said earlier too, the war is really more weaponized than back then. So numbers really don't count in this war. Because I was watching an article, a video, I think that was last week, when they were comparing the Iranian army versus Israel army. And they're saying Israel is a minute army compared to Iran, but they're saying when it comes to technology and the weapons that they have, basically it is vast. You know what I mean? So they're saying even though they're still not that of a threat, they still the reason why they feel that strengthened it. Because at the type of potential them have, and they have the backing of America as well. You know what I mean? So Israel trusts in America to defend them more than anything else. You know what I mean? But as the scripture says, Russia gonna be a guard to Iran and all these other nations. And that is why they are so confident as well, because they know of themselves that they can take Israel by themselves. but they know that they have the bucketry from China and Russia to stand against America.
Come on,
You know what I mean?
Come on. Appreciate it?
Alright. So this so I carry it again. Yeah. So this Zephaniah 1 verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. This is near and hasteneth greatly.
Come on.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
Come on.
That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and
Right.
distress.
Right, you say, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? For that day is a day of what? Wrath, man. You know, the real reality of what warfare is, man. Because you have soldiers tick-tocking all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Tick-tocking all day, man. Doing all type of dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So guess what? You never go up on the battlefield and do no snap. You know what I mean? They can't snap on the battlefield, man.
Bullet are gonna snap
Yeah, you know? See? And so all these, you see, even from Jamaicans, man, joining the US Army, man, guess what? You're gonna go down there in the Middle East to die, man.
Right. Friends in
Yeah.
Peru, you know, they left Jamaica to join the army just for a better life.
And their motivation to join the army is
Money.
basically get paid, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's for them. If you
Yeah.
tell them about the war, they know our war.
Can.
The men in the Middle East and those regions, they are preparing themselves for a real war. The man over here said they might get prepared for a war because they are reinforced for a war. They're not into it like that. Because now when I tell them about the war come, they might say it's not gonna happen. They are hoping to go in there, get their paycheck, and step out of the army, which not knowing that when you join the army, basically it's a lifetime signature that they make. Because at any time if they want to call you back, they can call you back. You know what I mean? No, you never know that until them decide to join the army. They realize this is a lifetime deal they make.
Can.
You know?
Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and and 37.
50.
Yeah, fine.
Have it?
Go on.
Alright, so Jeremiah 50 and 37. Alright, so Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 37. Alright, and it reads,
Can.
a sword is upon their house, is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures.
Hey, and the scripture say what? They're gonna become as women. You know what I mean? You know, going back into these other wars that basically happen. Going back into all these other wars that basically happen, man. You know what I mean? What let me turn off a thing here. I'm gonna use that now. Going back into the previous wars them that took place, you have men who come back with post-traumatic stress, you know what I mean? Man get shell-shocked and all type of them things are associated with war, man, you see? And it's psychological effect on some of these men.
They're not built that way.
Yeah? You know, so you have man go war and come back and not the same again, man.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Hey,
So it's a scary thing.
yeah, we have pretty much a US veteran will come out at the camp, man. You see me, and him say, yo, you know, remember? Yeah, him say him have to dip on a high level of medication because the level of stress and trauma when he go through, him feel like he want to kill him, can't really live around him family certain way. You see me, him have to sleep in a separate rooms from him children because him wake up with a certain level of
With wake up with a knife and stab him.
Yeah.
Their neck.
That him say, yo. You know?
Yeah, it really have a psychological effect on one man, and the scripture keep on telling you that they're gonna be like women, man. Or a woman stay. When a roach run across the room, how does a woman react, man? You know, Michelle wanna throw a grenade and throw the grenade, and the grenade come back in the wall. you know, and the American military, a lot of women, you know what I mean, and them basically saying, is we'll read an article once and they say they're going to send females to battle now. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. You know, so we can see the result of all these things that go down, man. The Lord has set it up perfectly, you know, to bring, you know, America to its knees, man. You know, and ultimately burning them with them nuclear fire, man. The scripture say, that the Russians, them not gonna spare And the bows, but that's, give me that precept there. Like a spare
Ezekiel
children. You're not gonna
37.
spare children and still, you're not gonna regard for silver and gold, just paraphrasing.
You know what that is, Scully?
I'm trying to find.
Alright, I'm just finish up this while I look for that, Scully. So Jeremiah 50 and 37 again. A sword is upon their horses
Come.
and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that
Come.
are in the midst of her.
Come.
And they shall become as women.
Come.
A sword is upon her treasures and they shall be robbed.
Con.
Zane?
You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, this is not a play thing, man. It's not gonna be a game. It's not a game. You know what I mean? And hey, and you see all the telltale signs, you know, why this is gonna be disastrous for all who, you know, the military, man. You know, because they're going in thinking this is like a game. It's not Call of Duty, man. It's not Call of Duty. You know, this is not Fortnite. Yeah? Blood is gonna spill. You know? And if you don't build as a man, you know, masculine type of man going into them type of battle here, man, you're gonna fall. You know, and that's what basically going on with the US military now. A lot of the men are not men. You know? I think it's let's see. I'll paraphrase it for you.
I've never got a silver and gold like that album.
Yeah,
Isaiah 13.
you can bring up that one.
Find it, Isaiah 13 and
17. Yeah, I'm ready. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So Isaiah 13 verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them,
Fine.
which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Fine.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces,
Fine.
and they shall not have shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Fine.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
Count. Alright, that's it. That's it. You know? So the Russians, man, which basically, you know, in scriptures mention the Medes, man. You know, it's talking about the Russians, man. Yeah, them coming for blood. You know, you see what's going on with the Ukraine right now. You think the Russians basically don't see what America is doing, man? Funding them Ukrainians and sending weaponry to Ukraine, man. You know what I mean? You know, hey, let me get that thing up, man. Yeah. You know, you think the Russians don't say that America is the one, or NATO funding the Ukrainians, man? They want to get some blood from the ones that basically caused their loved one and friends and whatsoever to die there, you know, in Ukraine, man. Every Russian that died in Ukraine, man, you know that they have it that is the fault of America, man.
They're really hatred.
So them really want to get them get them American soldiers, man. Yeah?
Right?
It's no joke. Yeah? So the scripture telling them not gonna do what? They're not gonna spare, man. Yeah? If they're doing that to their brothers, man. Look what they do to the Ukrainians and their brothers. They call themselves Slavic people.
They're traitors to them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if them doing that to them fellow, you know, what do you think they're gonna do? To them American soldiers, man, them sworn enemy. Yeah? Am I precept?
Yeah, man, more upon this. It says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Can.
And they, upon the video, them pretty much use the tanker to splash off one whole crew of Ukrainians, man.
Can.
That happened in America too.
Can.
See me, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces,
Can.
and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Can.
Their eyes shall not spare the children,
Can.
and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
What's gonna happen, man? Nuclear bombs gonna drop on America, man. You know? Because that what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, it was burnt thoroughly.
Right?
You know, so the Lord is gonna burn America. You know?
It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt dwelt in from generation to generation.
Right.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there,
Come.
neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
Come.
But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures.
Come.
And hoes shall dwell there,
Come.
and satyrs shall dance there.
Come. So America gonna be that big desert. You see the Sahara Desert now, one of the biggest desert on the planet. Border no much in nations, man. You know. Guess what? America gonna be like the Sahara. You know what I mean? Hey, the earth is gonna shift up the way how it stay right now, man. The greenery are gonna go back to certain places, and certain places that is green now gonna be like desert, man. And like America, gonna be a barren wilderness, man.
Wasteland.
A wasteland. You know? Right now, the land of Israel is like a wasteland. You know, but you know the Lord is gonna twist that around. You know, you know, one more precept and then you have anything else? You have anything?
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
You have one next precept, yeah?
Let's see if I have another precept.
That's it, pretty much.
So that was a color lol Yahweh Washim Yahweh Washim Kodash, the banners to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.